welcome to Filbert and Friends. I'm Amy, and this is Filbert, and we're here after being away for a while for COVID, and we're coming to you with some new episodes. And today's episode is a good one because we're going to just answer some viewer questions. So our first question is a perfect way to start the show. Gingy K in York, Pennsylvania asked, how did this all come about? How did Filbert and Friends start? How did I connect with John, who does the technical work on the Filbert and Friends show? And do you know, I forgot, I couldn't remember. We started a little over 2 years ago, and I couldn't remember, so I had to consult John, and he reminded me of the humble beginnings of Filbert and Friends. I knew that I wanted to do like an educational or entertaining vlog with Filbert, and I wasn't sure what to do and how to do that. And I thought, well, let me just experiment on Facebook Live, and whatever happens, happens, and it'll be a learning experience, and I'll get around to something usable. So I did that, and before I could delete the debacle that ensued, didn't John Beck see this thing on Facebook Live and had to comment? If you know John, you know he had to comment on that because he saw it. I mean, I'm trying to balance the camera, I've got the guinea pigs flying, I've got fur flying, the camera falling over. So we ended up talking, and it turned out John had like just the technical skills that I certainly didn't have. And that was the beginnings of Filbert and Friends, really, was after my debacle on Facebook Live. So the second question, it's a set of questions, is from Marcia H, and she's in Philadelphia. Hi Marcia, we've been friends over 25 years and we used to work together. So her first question was, how old is Filbert? So Filbert is 2.5 years old, which is a great age for guinea pigs. They're so calm and they're little love bugs by the time 2.5 rolls around. And that's Filbert, a little love bug. So she also asked about his stats, his toys, and what foods he likes to eat. So Filbert was just having a wellness check at the vet's last week, and I don't remember what he weighed. It was just over 3 pounds. And that's kind of small in my opinion for a male guinea pig. My last guinea pigs were both closer to 5 pounds each. Filbert's toys, anything that involves food, and anything activity-wise that involves laying on me and sleeping. As soon as I get him out of his pen, I lay down, I put him on my chest, pull a blanket over him, and he kicks his back legs out and just passes out. Those are his favorite activities, eating and sleeping on the mama. And finally, Filbert's favorite foods. This is a good place to do a little education piece with guinea pigs. He eats 1/8 of a cup of plain Oxbow brand pellets. They don't have any additives or seeds or anything like that. They're just straight up pellets. And pellets are made from Timothy hay. And then that is about 5% of his diet. About 10 to 15% of his diet, which is a cup of vegetables a day. And we rotate out his vegetables. He particularly likes the high calcium vegetables, unfortunately, so he can't have lettuce and parsley every day, but he does really like those two things. He also gets a baby carrot a day or two and a cucumber, and his everyday food is green bell pepper. Filbert will not eat the sweeter peppers. He will not eat red, orange, or yellow peppers, only green. As a matter of fact, I gave him one that was turning red last night. He ate around the red part and just left that in his pen overnight for me. He just ate the green part of the pepper. So those are his favorite foods. And the final 80% of his diet is hay. We don't use Timothy hay because I'm allergic to it. We use orchard grass, and that works really well for us. It's considered an unlimited access to hay. He eats that along with all of his meals, between his meals and around his meals. He loves his hay. So those are Filbert's foods. And our third question came from Susan in York, Pennsylvania. And she asked a great guinea pig question. She wanted to know, what's better for guinea pigs, or which do we prefer, collard greens or turnip greens? The answer is I don't give either to Filbert. For one thing, just on a practical level, I don't typically have those greens available in my house. But also, they're very high in calcium, and I don't offer Filbert very much in terms of high calcium or high sugar foods. The reason for this is that calcium exits the body through the urine. It can cause a buildup of kidney stones if they have too much calcium. Right now, as a matter of fact, Filbert, with all my good intentions, Filbert is on calcium watch right now because his urine is a little white and it's not gritty to the touch when it's dried. So I'm not worried, I'm not panicking. but he is on calcium watch, and I've reduced his calcium. So I don't give him high calcium foods, such as turnip greens or collard greens. They're okay in really small quantities, but Filbert doesn't receive those. He loves his parsley and he loves his romaine lettuce, but he doesn't get them but maybe 3 times a week, and I'm gonna probably have to reduce that since he's on calcium watch. What's okay to give and great to give and appropriate to give every day is bell pepper, and particularly the green one because it's not as sweet, it's not as high in sugar. A baby carrot or 2 a day is fine. Again, they're high in sugar, so you have to keep them on watch. You can't give them constant baby carrots all day long, maybe 1 or 2 a day. Cucumber and other watery vegetables, we're careful with that as well, as it can cause diarrhea in a guinea pig. And that concludes our episode, our return for Filbert and Friends. Thank you, viewers, for your questions. Anyone that wants to ask questions in the future, please email me or message me. Thanks again. This is Amy for Filbert and Friends.